Hey yo, today's gonna be a what's up video and it starts right now. Alright guys, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Julian, also known as the Beer Thrift Machine here on YouTube, and I buy stuff and flip it online and make YouTube videos about it. This video is gonna be 20 what's up for me on eBay in the last couple of days, but I'll basically tell you exactly how much I paid for the item and roughly how long it took to sell on eBay. This is a reselling channel, so if you like any type of stuff like that, like haul videos, garage sale videos, or what's up videos, go back and watch some of my other videos. If you do like the content, always remember to subscribe, comment down below, and like the video that you're watching. It does help the channel out, and I much appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started with the very first one. These right here are some Sorel Women's 9.5 winter waterproof felt lined boots. I got these at a yard sale probably about 3 months ago for only like $8, and they sold for $55.25, and the buyer did pay shipping on these. You're gonna see like maybe some weird numbers here, like $55.25 or $40.18. It's because I ran a 15% off sale on my entire store on Labor Day weekend, and did pretty good because I had about $350 to $450 in sales every day that I ran that sale, so not too bad there. And pretty good sale there. Sorel, really good brand to look out for. Make sure you comp them out. I bought some Sorel boots where I thought they were going to be worth 50 to 60 bucks, and really they weren't worth but 20 bucks. So make sure you comp them out, but usually that's a pretty good brand to at least comp out in the store. This one right here is a Master Mechanics Schrade 30T folding locking knife. I put it was in excellent used condition. That's what EUC means. And I didn't put brand new just because I wasn't 100% sure. There was a couple, when I say like very small scuffs on this knife, they're very small scuffs, but I think it was used maybe once to cut like a box open or something like that. So I put it as pre-owned, $55 plus shipping on this. I went up for bid, and that's where I started. The bidding was 55 bucks. Got one bid on it, so I'm happy with that. But it was a Master Mechanics edition, so it had actually, instead of Schrade on the handle or Old Timer, which this would be, it actually said Master Mechanic on the handle on the metal plate, and it came in that Master Mechanics box. So I'm definitely thinking this is a collector who wanted this, and it's gonna have to be in super good condition to say it's brand new. So that's why I put a lot of these as pre-owned. This one right here is gonna be some Ralph Lauren vintage polo standard pillowcases, white. And you saw me pick these up, I think it was about a month ago at an estate sale, and I bought a whole bunch of this stuff, and I bought some sheets that were also polo, Ralph Lauren print and everything like that with things, with the bears. And I got it home, and me and Kayla were devastated because we never opened it up while we were there, because I don't know if you watched it, but when we bought it, it was like wrapped up, right? With like a little cute little bow or whatnot. Got it home. Somebody had used this for a drop cloth, sewed like twin sheets together, used it as a drop cloth, and it was covered in paint. When it was folded, you couldn't see any of the paint. And I really couldn't open it when I was there because I would have like ruined the bow. So that was a waste of money. So actually this sale right here is kind of just getting my money back from the sheets that I no longer can sell, and these right here. But this I did only spend, I think it was like $5 on these, but they did sell for $30 plus shipping, and that was to one buyer. I had them actually different because they were different bears. One had a little staining on it. I tried to clean it. I'm not going getting stains out like I always say, but not a bad thing there. But if you ever see those vintage polo bears, definitely pick those up because there's a huge market out there for them. And that only took, it took me a while to list those, but it only took an actual week to sell after I listed them. This is actually one of my personal reels. I was out surf fishing with my brother and my dad about a couple weeks ago, or a month ago now, and this thing broke. And this is a newer Penn reel. This is a Penn Spinfisher V4500, and it needs the handle. Like the whole handle just snapped on this thing. Now this is why people like old pens better than new pens, is because the old pens ain't breaking like this. This one's made not in the United States, so the metal isn't really up to par there. The gears are made of different stuff, but the older stuff, you're not breaking the handle on one of those unless you like abuse it. This was literally not even reeling in a fish. Just regular reel, and the thing snapped right off. So I sold it for parts. Still got $50 for it plus shipping. I'm actually gonna sell a couple of my other reels so I can actually buy a reel that I had my eye on for next season. So even if you get newer pens that are damaged, that went $50 plus shipping, and sold within like 3 hours or 4 hours. Very quick sale on that one. This one is a golf kit, Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Walt Disney. Had this for a really long time, probably more than 4 months. Have nothing into it, even when I bought it, probably a quarter, because I remember it was a huge bulk buy. And this went for $15, and the buyer did pay shipping. And it's kind of like, just has, like a divot thing in it, some tees, a pen, and then the pad right there to do your golf score, and all of it was Walt Disney related. So pretty cool there. Maxfly Revolutions Maxfly isn't a brand that I usually pick up when it comes to golf clubs, but when it says Revolution on it, I definitely comp it out. And I did in the store here because I actually learned this off of Instagram. And this one went for $29.75, and the buyer did pay shipping. This is a Maxfly Revolution 56 sand wedge with the S400 shaft on it, which is a right-handed club. Got it for $3 at the Goodwill, and it only took a couple weeks to sell. This American Firefighter Budweiser belt, 1987. Really pretty belt. There was nothing wrong with this belt buckle. I mean, it was just gorgeous looking. None of it was like damaged or anything. So I priced it $25.50 plus shipping. Actually, I priced it $30. That was the sale price. And that's what it sold at. I thought it was a good sale, and that does take a while. My belt buckles usually take more than a month or two to sell. I think this one took about 2 months to sell, and I only had $1 into it. This vintage Gander Mountain large camo button down large shirt. Hunting, that's, you know, just a keyword there. Went for $25, and the buyer did pay shipping on this. This sold within a couple hours. There was none listed and one sold before, so this might be a big bolo. I might have got more money out of it. I could have probably got $35 because it was in really good condition. I bought it at a Goodwill for $4.50 on one of my last hauls, but it sold super fast. So definitely maybe this old vintage Gander Mountains. I knew it was older because it was made in the United States. Then I did some research and was made a while back. So definitely might be a bolo there for old Gander Mountain camo. This is a vintage Ralph Lauren polo hat made in the United States. Yellow, was distressed. I got this down in Mount Pleasant probably 2 months ago, 3 months ago now with my dad. And $2 into it, went for $19.90, and the buyer did pay shipping. These Carhartt duck canvas carpenter pants. All right, so I call them carpenter pants because they have that little loop where you put your hammer at. And the size of them were actually a smaller size, a 32, which I think is a smaller size. It was distressed. That just means they were worn a little bit. And they did go for $25, and the buyer did pay shipping. I got about $1 into these at a yard sale. I've had them a long time, but I just listed them. I had a pile of clothes to go through, and they took less than a week to sell. This West Marine NOAA floating two-way marine radio tested. Obviously, I tested it out, worked very well. Did go for $50, and the buyer did pay shipping. About 2 weeks ago, I picked this up at a yard sale for only $10. So really fast. It actually probably took me longer to charge it up and test it and do all that stuff than it actually sold. I had it listed for $60, which I said I thought I was going to be able to sell it for. Some guy shot me a message for 50 plus shipping, and I went ahead and took it because that was pretty good. Made like an easy $35 after fees on that one. This is my last all-clad MC2 saucepan. This was a 2-quart, so this was a smaller one. And this is sad to see them go. I picked them up for $2 at a yard sale only a couple months ago. And this one sold for $52 plus shipping. If you're out there and you see all clad, any type of, you know, cookware, pots and pans, definitely pick this stuff up because this stuff sells super fast. And that's not bad for a pot and pan for $52. These hats, Scully hats. These were suede, leather, made in the United States. They were size small. I picked these up probably 8 months ago at an estate sale for $8, and they went for $45 plus shipping. I was happy to see these things go just because they take up so much room. Because you can't like flatten them out. You can't put them up there with my other hats because they just get in the way. Happy to see them go, and that's a pretty good profit on some hats, $45 plus shipping. This was my personal driver. Me and Kayla are still playing golf, but we still have a long way to go before we start going to we call it the big course. Right now we're only playing the par 3s and trying to get our swings in. And so this one right here, I had this. I actually bought it in a bulk buy. Was not going to sell it, was going to keep it, but I was like, I'm not going to use this thing in another year or so. So I went ahead and sold it. And I don't have anything into it. When I bought it, I probably had $10 into it or $15. This one was a Ping G25 10.5 driver, regular flex. If I had like a stiff flex or something else, it probably would have went for a little bit more money. And I had it listed, I think, for $135. Somebody offered me $125 right off the bat. And I think that individual has bought other golf clubs for me because I remembered the name. So I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take it. And they're right here locally in South Carolina. So I shipped it off to them. They got a good review on it. But Ping, huge name brand to take a look for. Again, $125 for a driver isn't too bad. This vintage Panasonic. This was a cassette player for parts or repair. This went international and took about 2 months to sell. I only have a couple bucks into it and went for $19, and the buyer did pay shipping on that. And I used a global shipping program when it comes to international sales. This Melissa and Doug giant lion, stuffed animal, large kids plush toy, 76 inches. This is a big lion. It was the one that was actually behind me on that one video. When Kevin from Commonwealth Picker was down here, he told me if you see gigantic plushes, go ahead and pick them up. I only got this for $1.99 at my Goodwill, and it sold for $55, and the buyer did pay shipping on that. So definitely look out for them giant plushes because they sell for pretty good money. I've had this for a really long time. This is a vintage J.C. Higgins rod, 4.5-foot Shakespeare rod, 1924 reel. That's what was stamped on the reel. And it was actually working. Everything was working properly on this. And it did go for $30, and the buyer did pay shipping. I bought it for about $3 a really long time ago, probably more than 8 months. Veer Bradley wallet, Indian rose, purple flowers. This is the one, if you remember when I picked them up, I was like, oh, this thing's worth like 50, 60 bucks. It wasn't. It was only worth about 20 bucks. Plus shipping. I got $4 into it. I'm in the profit on that buy, so that's going to be pure profit on that one. And they are taking a while to sell now. I think it's been about a month or two since I bought all those Vera Bradleys, but I'm happy to see them go. Talking about Vera Bradley, here's another set going out. This was Vera Bradley on the go shoulder bag plus 2 matching, I think that's supposed to say wallet. It says watching set of 3, so another typo that I usually have in some of my listings. I just don't catch them. And this one went for $40, and the buyer did pay shipping. I have $4 into each piece there, so not too bad. I'm just happy to see these Vera Bradleys going out. And right here is a Nike Sumo 2 5900 driver. It had a decent shaft on it. It was a 60S stiff shaft, so I like selling the stiff shafts, or the senior flexes. They sell a little bit higher for me. This went for $105 plus shipping. This head is one of the biggest heads to ship in golf clubs, I think. I mean, it is a monster. It's like that big. So very kind of difficult to ship, but not bad for $105. I'm in the good on this. I bought this when I was down in Georgia. That trip actually turned out to be very profitable for me and Kayla. When I bought it, I technically had about 10 bucks into it, but right now that's pure profit, and it only took a couple weeks to sell. So right there, that's 20 wood sold for me in the last couple of days on eBay. I do these videos so you can get there, find some of these items, flip them for yourself, and make some money. I really do appreciate everybody that watches. If you're not subscribed, please consider to subscribe, comment down below, like the video, and you know I will always catch you on the next one.